to the rodeo. Pulling up in that new toy, the wrist on that boy, rock star like Pink Floyd, waving at rude boy, I'm waving at you boy, ran off on the two like...
The Beast is back. It's a coach. You're set for Madden football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see Beast Mode. Marshawn Lynch still churning out big games like he did a week ago, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point, but boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
Two former division rivals in the old AFC West, the Seahawks and Chargers, are underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Now Wilson on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. And we take a look at the offense for the Seahawks.
Come out of the backfield is Marshawn Lynch, and there was so much attention on him in 2017 after a year away from the NFL, and he produced with over 800 yards and 7 touchdowns on the ground. But I thought they started slowly with him in 2017. I think in 2018, he's going to get the ball pretty fast and pretty often.
Now it's Davis, and he powers his way up past the 30. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's got it complete, Mike Davis. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
So when you saw him dump it off to the back, did you think he was going to pick up the first down there?
Well, I knew one thing. It wasn't his primary target. At least it didn't look like it. Turned out to be the play they needed, though. And it's big because it's the opening drive. So converting that 3rd down, keeping the play, not the play, the drive going.
Yeah, it certainly appeared like his downfield targets were covered. He threw the little dump off to his back, and nice effort picking up the first down, though. And you're right. That opening drive, keep those chains moving.
A first down carry for Davis. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And when you're trying to set up a counter play, that's what a lot of people call an influence play. You're really hoping those defensive linemen are really agile that day. If they stayed out late the night before the game and they're not moving as fast, it's a lousy call because that means they're just going to sit in the hole that you hope to create just by the movement of your offensive line.
And there they got the ball to the outer third of the field, but tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, things get stacked up in there if they don't move as well as you want them to, and probably just trying to escape and couldn't get away.
Now the rookie first rounder from San Diego State, it's Rashad Penny. And he coughed it up. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
On third down, Wilson. It's caught right side, Dixon. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, the big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Travis Benjamin deep for the Chargers. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They'll be led out by their veteran quarterback out of North Carolina State. It's Phillip Rivers.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now a first carry from Melvin Gordon. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. And the offensive starters here for Los Angeles.
Taking a peek in the backfield at Melvin Gordon, who finished 3 yards short of 1,000 in 2016. Made sure that wouldn't happen in 2017. Rushed for over 1,100 yards, 12 total touchdowns. What I've always liked about him is how he keeps adding to his game. He did it in college, continues to do it in the NFL. We'll continue to see him blossom.
And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. And a look at Seattle's defense.
And middle linebacker Bobby Wagner, he's playing the absolute perfect position. He's the type of guy that you build around. Cornerstone of a defense, his ability to play the run, the pass, and his leadership skills, you get the full package with him.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Ready, 390.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. Now that's twice now already in this first quarter that he's been able to knock a ball away.
They're going to need that from him and plenty more if they want to slow down this passing game. Thus far, though, he's been a ball magnet.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak. Got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football.
Still 2nd down.
Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. After the penalty, it's Davis. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
As a DN, when you play the run, you don't always have to make the tackle. Just have to use the right technique to make sure the play goes where you want it to. And in this case, did an excellent job stringing this one out and making the tackle at the end of it.
And for a loss. Here's Wilson on 3rd down. And he's got his target. That's more. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Davis trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Returning, it's Benjamin. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he powers his way up past the 30. Defensively, the tackle by Cam Chancellor.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Rivers to Benjamin. Good for the Charger first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
It's caught on the right side. Williams. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Off the play fake here, Rivers. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They begin with a run by Davis. Able to spin free. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now Wilson on 2nd down. He'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Wilson to lock it there for the Seahawk first down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Wilson. Oh, nearly picked. Almost intercepted. But he couldn't hang on, and it's 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw again is Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Baldwin's first catch going to be good enough for first down.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola. And then, of course, to Stanford. And, boy, he's been good. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, but then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right, your mind to beat guys to the football, and getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility. On second down, here's Penny. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
You don't have to be a finished product to show some pretty good glimpses of what could be in this league, and we just saw an example of it on that nice run there. When I looked at him coming out of college, I saw a guy with raw, terrific ability. I couldn't wait to see how it was going to be harnessed and polished up in the NFL. In fact, some people thought he could play a little slot receiver as well as run the football. This guy has the ability to be a big-time player with more seasoning.
They go play action here on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. A handoff to Penny. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves his sticks.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They keep it with Penny on first down. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team can have any more confidence in handing him the football.
So the false start will back them up 5.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5. After the penalty, it's Penny. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Wilson. And Dixon over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get only 4 that time, as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
Sebastian Janikowski to try the Seahawks field goal. And before we can get to the field goal try, time will run out on this first quarter of play. 0-0 our score. We'll be back to Seattle right after this. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got a decision to make here on 4th down and 2. Janikowski bangs it through, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you get to the red zone and you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for. Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum? And that's going to be incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half. Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in the good defensive position, able to affect the play. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Rivers. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now Zare Jones in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Donnie Jones now as he's on to punt for L.A. Nifty move. A second nice move, a spin. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy. It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board. 3 points is 3 points. And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. Here now a look at Melvin Gordon. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy. And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference. Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Benjamin with it over the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
False start, offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. Muscles him off. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. Operating from the gun, Rivers. And this is going to be incomplete.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
Here's Donnie Jones now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. He has not had the start to this game that he envisions here in the 2nd quarter. He's struggling a little bit. But, hey, they're in the lead right now. So kind of what's going on in his head, do you think, Charles?
I think that's what he has to keep in mind. Winning the ball game is not going the way he wants in terms of his own play. But, oh, yeah, that's right, winning the ball game. So don't press. Don't try and do things outside of what's going on right now. Don't try to increase your game or get yourself right. Just make sure you continue to lead your ball club and keep them moving in the right direction.
Yeah, they've got that lead so far. 1 interception for him, no touchdown passes. Here's a give to Penny. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Completes it to Dixon. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And we spotlight Keenan Allen as he gets set to go back to work. hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's two sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jaron Reed in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
390.
From the gun, Rivers. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
180.
3rd and long for Rivers. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Here's Donnie Jones now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Now it's Lockett. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny, and he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Wilson. Oh, nearly picked. Almost intercepted, but he couldn't hang on, and it's 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Penny, a 1st down carry. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Play action. It's Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That was a long pass attempt downfield, and the ball was popped up in the air. And how come things go from really fast to almost slow motion when the ball's up in the air and the defender's unable to haul it in before it hits the ground?
On third down, Wilson. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. They trot back out there. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Rivers now on second down. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. The reception good for 7. It's third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
Ready! 180!
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Rivers now to throw on first down. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers. And he comes back with one complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Again, it's Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing on 3rd and long. Rivers. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Pass interference. Defense.
Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment. Defense.
So they don't even need to run a 2nd down play. Give them the first.
And typically when you see this jumping, isn't it usually 3rd down, 4th down? They got them on 2nd down. I think that's a lack of discipline.
So now then the penalty's got them set up with a 1st and goal. To the air again here. Rivers going underneath for Gordon. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Now Rivers. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. He was looking for Antonio Gates that time. And it's 3rd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Dylan Cantrell with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Penny, and he'll be tackled at about the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now Wilson on 2nd down. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to air this into a double team, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon. Thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, not a lot of offense to go around. 7-3 is our score. Will we see things open up in the second half? To find out, we get it back to our guys in the booth, Brandon Goddard and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take?
And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. The best name in the NFL, Barkevious Mingo. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Rivers. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Returnable for Lockett. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Credit the tackle to Brandon Mebane. Again, it's Davis. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll try and run for it with Davis. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kyle Emanuel. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Wilson operating from the gun. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
Janikowski good with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad. Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up, not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try to open things up in the run game.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Well, that was better than the first go-around when he lost yardage, but still nothing there, and that sets up a 3rd and long. Tough spot here.
Put it mildly. Sometimes I wonder if some of that old-school football should come back into play. You know what I would think here? Quick kick. Try and change field position, help out your team.
Oh, and can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They go again with Davis. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And the tight end Dixon left side. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Now Benjamin. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Phillip Rivers now gears up to lead the offense on the field. He's hoping to channel his first half play. They had the lead at halftime, was playing well. Flip the script here in the 3rd quarter a little bit.
I think he misses the Pee-wee days, you know, when you just got the orange slice at halftime, right? And remember, weren't any real adjustments then, right? You weren't looking at some tape, right? You weren't looking at stuff off of the surface tablets. You just went back out and played. Right now, maybe the adjustments have caught up to him.
We'll see. Maybe he just needs a couple orange slices here for this drive. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawks touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Janikowski now for the point after. Janikowski adds the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Seahawks defense working their way back out onto the field. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Back to it after the pick 6. Rivers. Allen has it left side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Rivers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Oftentimes when you're not winning at the point of attack for an offensive line, maybe they're getting out physical, spread things out a little bit, make it more of a one-on-one blocking scheme. Then you don't have to win it physically. You just have to win it by position. That may open things up for your running backs.
The 180er. 180.
Now a second down throw for Rivers. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a good play when you're able to bat a ball away or down, because if you actually tip it in the air, now the offense is getting a second shot at catching the football, or another receiver may come along and grab it out of the air and turn it into a big play. So if you make a play on the ball, make sure it's knocked away or down. Otherwise, there could be some jeopardy.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd and long. Rivers, and that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Here's Donnie Jones now as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's taken right on the 30. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
This is Davis to the 40 and no further, so the razzle-dazzle didn't get him much. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And his pass incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They go play action with Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Wilson to the right side, and he's got more complete. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson going to throw deep for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
A gain of 8 and a first down.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Coming out the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective third down play to move the chains. Wilson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now Rashad Penny. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Davis. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Oh, there's no doubt that this is a huge defensive series right here. They've got to hold them to a field goal attempt or less. Otherwise, this game just might be out of reach. Let's see if they can hunker down and get it done.
To throw is Wilson. To throw on 2nd down. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Here's Wilson. Flushed. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And Janikowski bangs it through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And now running right through it. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Rivers to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Henry. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. Benjamin's got it. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I think that was a pretty good read right there. They caught him in zone defense and went to the hitch. And because they're in zone, that creates a natural space between the defenders and the receiver, able to get it to him quickly and let him get upfield.
2nd down, Rivers. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Frank Clark in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? They run it here with Gordon. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the 2nd half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? You want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now a handoff to Davis. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. So out come the Chargers. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball. I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10.
Check, 390, 390.
First down, Rivers. Allen's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all. And
First
now
down.
your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Rivers now to throw on first down. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that...
It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the Reds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
380.
From the gun, Rivers. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
One receiver left, that's Allen. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen.
False start, offense.
So that'll back him up 5. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6.
390.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Tedrick Thompson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. A gain of 6 there on 1st. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Here's a give to Davis. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They keep it with Davis on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Here's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Baldwin. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. But you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
The 1st down carry for Davis. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now, they had the box stacked. That run was going nowhere from the start.
And when you say stacked, you really mean it, don't you? Because when you're talking about a 46 defense, commonly known as the Bear defense, you're covering up the guys inside, and you're allowing other people to get in there close to the line of scrimmage, usually an 8-man front. That's difficult to block for an offense. On that play, the defense won in a big way. No gain at all.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run it again here with Davis, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On third down, Davis. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. And Janikowski bangs it through, and that will swell the lead to 16. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. And I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to lead to a third down. Operating from the gun. Rivers gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
380!
From the gun, Rivers. Right side catch. This is Gates. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. They'll throw again. Rivers. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
To the air again here, Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. But a Chargers player was able to fall on it, and they'll keep possession. Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Rivers. Escapes the sack. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. 3rd and goal for Rivers. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Set. 380.
Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen.
False start, offense.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Set 180. Set 180.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is complete. It's Allen. Oh, the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on.
Face mask. Defense.
Tack on 15 more for the face mask, and that becomes a huge play.
First down.
Big pass gets caught on you. You're doing everything possible to get him on the ground, and sometimes you end up grabbing the face mask.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal.
Set. 380.
Rivers. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step 1, the touchdown. You need a 2-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if they're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for 2 again. That's why teams are practicing multiple 2-point plays.
We saw that in Super Bowl 51 with the Patriots getting a pair of big 2-point conversions.
Ready. 380.
Rivers. And that one is caught. So they convert here, and don't look now, but this one's back to a 1-score game. And now we've got a 1-score game, but at least a little light at the end of the tunnel.
Is that what we call a glimmer of hope?
Glimmer of hope.
Because they've got to get an onside kick and then find their way into the end zone before time expires. Glimmer, or what's less than a glimmer?
I don't know. You're the one that knows all the big words. A sparkle? A sparkle.
Yeah, there we go. That's what we're going with.
Oh, the Chargers are pointing, and they've got it. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. One final shot now. I'm not even sure he can get it to the end zone, though, from this distance.
That's going to take as much arm as he has, and you actually have to plan for the...
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Seahawks, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.
Somebody call for the queen.